our Philippine team failed to qualify for the FIFA World Cup.
Ooh, that's gonna be sensible. It's like sports is like almost like politics. Looks at this guy's face. He's like, "What are you talking about?" This is great. Let's see.
There are.
Okay. And so, welcome to today's video and welcome to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Danny and this is actually also gonna be the first video on Danny Reacts. So before we're gonna hop into it, the video is gonna be how fluent are Filipinos in English. And about myself, in the past 2 years, I've visited Philippines for multiple months. I think, 3 times at this point. I got a role to see a lot of people watching, a lot of people asking, hey, are you coming back? And on the one side, for sure. Hopefully this year, we'll see how the situation is gonna develop. But until then, we're gonna do some reaction videos right now. I already also Thailand versus Philippines face off. That looked very interesting. I think we're gonna do that next. But without further ado, we're gonna chat a little bit more at the end of today's video. Let's hop into it. Let's check it out. How fluent are Filipinos in English?
You guys get that? I was speaking in Taglish, one of the most spoken languages in the Philippines.
Let's go all the way to the front.
Mabuhay everybody.
Bam.
Ako po si Marie from Asian Boss. Did you guys get that?
Mabuhay.
I was speaking in Taglish, one of the most spoken languages in the Philippines. In one of our previous videos, we did a street interview in Manila and challenged Filipinos to speak only in Tagalog.
Alright, so I'm interested. She's probably like half Filipino and Taglish. I haven't actually heard it like that. I heard it, I think towards the first time I was in the Philippines, I was like, yo, so you speak Filipino right now? And they were like, yeah, Tagalog. And I was like, oh, okay. Looked it up a little bit. Know a few words myself, maybe later.
But today we're going to switch the challenge and have people speak only in English. So let's see how well they do.
Well, I think it's not going to be a big problem. Like every time I've been there, especially in Manila, yeah, it already starts out. It looks like they're kind of like, I don't know, maybe university, maybe business district. And yeah, I think it's not going to be a big problem.
Percentage na mga Pinoy ang nagsasalita ng English.
I think 80 to 85%.
Sa panahon ngayon, 30% na lang palagay ko.
Okay, that's interesting. The young dude is like 80-85%. That was also kind of like my experience. Definitely in Manila. I think I've been there twice. And yeah, then the woman is like 30%. Generational differences.
Sa 80%.
Siguro yung mga magagaling talaga mga 25 ganun.
Okay,
Feeling ko
okay. Well, this guy's already hopping in with Tagalog, so 25%, okay.
Di ba official language din naman yung English?
Most of Filipinos, syempre, sa gadgets, tapos natututunan sa school. Halos lahat ng subjects, yun na yung ginagamit, English language.
Naririnig ko nagtataglish kayo,
Yeah,
mix kayo ng mga language, English, Tagalog, and even parang Spanish terms. Tama ba ako?
Apo.
That's great. She's like, am I right? She's like, oh yeah, you got me on that one. That's great. Yeah, that was what I was also thinking when the video started. The lovely lady in the beginning was like, we're gonna make people speak English, and these guys are hopping in there with Tagalog. And that's also what I notice is the Spanish. I've been learning Spanish in school, and I think that's the most part of what I can understand, other than the mixed in English, obviously. So I can go beyond English.
Apo.
For the sake ng global viewers natin, can you explain ano yung Taglish?
Taglish po is a combination of English and Tagalog.
And I learned something new again. I thought Taglish is kind of like, let's say, English for Tagalog. But it kind of makes sense. Taglish. English. Tagalog.
Sa sentence, pwede kang mag-Tagalog and then switch to English. Parang, hindi ko alam, naging part na yun ng way ng pagsasalita. Especially sa millennials.
Ito po, challenge po tayo, ma'am. From now on po, English lang po yung salita niyong pagsagot niyo sa question ko. Is that possible, ma'am?
Yes, it's possible. If you're
I love how the older lady is having fun with that. Not being afraid in front of the camera, that's for sure.
asked us some questions about English, okay, you will answer also in English. Okay, sige. Okay, sige. Tagalog din eh.
I agree.
Have you heard of the FIFA World Cup?
Yes, I watched FIFA World Cup. from the group stages to the finals.
No.
Okay.
Kasi I really like volleyball. Kasi I'm a volleyball player since elementary. So yun yung doon ako, naka-focus ako sa ganung sports. Pero yung sinasabi mong sports, I don't really have any idea doon.
We used to watch
Basketball.
PIVA because we are not a big fan of FIFA.
Why do you think, sir, our Philippine team failed to qualify for the FIFA World Cup?
Ooh, that's gonna be sensible. It's like sports is like almost like politics. Looks at this guy's face. He's like, "What are you talking about?" This is great. Let's see.
There are
Okay, they did a cut. He probably like put her in her place. I mean, I have no
a
doubt
lot of
about it.
factors that which is the Filipinos are not getting this. No?
That's the polite talk.
That is for my side.
The
No, he didn't like that question at all.
not
Ano, yung because Filipino.
We are not capable to qualifying FIFA World Cup because physically Filipino is smaller in height, and other is financially we cannot afford the registration
Interesting.
in FIFA World Cup, or we are not physically fit and trainable in terms of FIFA.
I mean, I personally have no idea. The only thing that I know is that there's basketball courts all over the Philippines, and the guys are killing it in every village that I've passed by. So in terms of, let's say, physical capability, I mean, you don't need to be big to be like a football player. I mean, they're talking about FIFA. So they'll get there.
World Cup.
What do you think should our Philippine government do or athletes do in order for them to be included in international competitions in the future?
For what I think, they should do more practice, and then
Real talk.
what else?
More practice.
For the government, of course, they should help the athletes too. Like, ano yun? like,
I mean, I gotta be straight up honest here. It's like her maybe not remembering a word. She speaks exactly like every American teenager would be speaking. It's like, you know, like I used to be like that. You know, like you kind of like thinking like, and then you're like, let's like just keep like watching this.
giving them
So absolutely nothing against her. It's like that's proper, let's say, teenage English.
support.
Yeah, pwede na po tayo mag-Taglish ulit. How was the challenge, ma'am?
Ang hirap. Mahirap. Mahirap kasi hindi ako nakapagsalita ng diretsong English.
Very challenging.
Pakiedit pa yung iba.
See? Oh.
Yeah, sweating. It's getting
In a scale
intense.
of 1 to 10, how difficult
I guess he's gonna say
is
8. 5. Okay.
Yes, 5 is for the English and 5 for the Tagalog.
So 10, huh?
It's fine.
Great.
Siguro medyo prepared naman ako to speak in English because I am a future educator. So I medyo talagang inaral ko yung English para may deliver ko yung lessons ko in the future.
Kahit naman like English subject namin, pinagtatagalog pa rin kami ng teacher namin, pinagpi-Filipino pa rin kami. So, yun, di rin kami masyadong straight English ganun. Mahirap po kasi mahirap maghanap ng right words para na English kasi usually Taglish talaga yung ginagamit. Ganun.
Bakit mo minimix yung Tagalog and English sa pagsasalita mo?
Medyo bulol din po kasi ang mag-Tagalog.
Ang hirap din namang magsalita ng diretsong Tagalog.
It's interesting for me. I can relate in a way that at this point I have like no language that I always use. I think English is like the most thing. But if I speak to someone in English or in Russian, German, I always kind of like have to make my own like mixed language out of it, which sometimes can sound a little awkward.
Kasi may mga Pilipino ang
Like I
hirap
mix.
mas madali.
I personally mix, let's say, German and English all the time. If I want to speak to someone in Russian, I'm just like, if they don't speak English, I'm kind of screwed. If I want to, let's say, make a point.
sabihin ng Tagalog at English?
Actually, hindi ko rin alam. It just comes off naturally. Pero, meron kasing mga ideas siguro that are best expressed in English, and then there are others na mas maganda kung Filipino.
Pag laging yung Taglish kasi minsan may mga terms tayo na hindi alam sa Tagalog. So, mas madali siyang i-English kasi common siya.
May incident na ba nangyari na may kausap kang native speaker ng English and then hindi kayo nagkaintindihan kasi nag-Taglish ka or nag-Tagalog ka?
Yes, like for example, with my cousin, since he was born in the America, I was speaking in Taglish also that I thought he would understand, but no.
Last December when I was with my cousins,
It's like sad. I thought he would
they
understand.
migrated from Philippines to America. The scenario was actually in a Starbucks when I asked him to buy me a frap. So I said, bibilan mo nga ako nun, nung mocha na yun.
This guy actually speaks proper English. I mean, before he
He
hesitated
failed to
a little
understand
bit.
me, so what he did was just give me his money.
I mean, yeah, he's
Sa
proper
opinion niyo
English.
po, ano ang tingin ng society ng Filipino sa isang fluent magsalita ng English?
I'm interested for that one. I mean, so far, really, my impression is a little bit different than what my impression was when I was actually in the country. And I already have an idea why that is.
Well, culturally, mga tao pag nag-English, syempre, uy, matalino, maraming alam. So, parang mga iba, natatakot siguro mag-English kasi baka kutsain na gano'n.
Mas higher yung tingin sa'yo ng mga tao. Parang ang dating ang galing ang talino mo pagka-fluent ka. Pagka-fluent ka mag-English, pero hindi naman lahat ng fluent mag-English ay matalino. Diba?
Alam naman po natin yung mga Filipino, lagi pong nagpupunta sa iba't ibang lugar, ganun. Mas good po kasi para makasabay po sila sa mga tao, maging confident po sila na makipag-usap sa mga tao, ganun.
Kasi tingin nyo ba, dadating yung time na hindi na magsasalita ng Tagalog or Taglish yung mga Filipino in favor ng English lang, ng speaking fluently in English?
Feeling ko po parang dadating po, pero sana wag naman.
I think din na hindi yun mangyayari kasi sa panahon ngayon talagang, di ba, binibigyan na ng importansya yung wikang Filipino.
Kung yung apo ko, alam mo ba, English speaking siya, bata pa. Ngayon, nahirapan kami turuan ng Tagalog. Mali yung gano'n.
I can say possible. Yung mga grade 2 ko, grabe hindi talaga marunong mag-Tagalog. Kailangan mo talaga i-translate kung minsan. Sabi ko, buti na lang hindi ako Filipino teacher sa kanila.
So if ever po
This guy's the best. He's like, they're lucky to have me.
Ano po sa tingin nyo ang relevance noon sa Philippine society?
Parang may negative side din eh. Kasi yung culture natin, yung language natin, mawawala. Pero kung the positive side naman, kasi nga, magiging fluent yung Filipino sa English, so...
I mean, I see it kind of similar. It obviously has pros and cons, but the first thing that I was also thinking is like, you have practical benefits, but long term, it's kind of like, there's a potential to lose the culture. So I was already surprised about the Taglish when I turned on the TV when I was in the Philippines, and I was like, there's like 30% of English going on there. It's like,
Kanina yun yung positive. So, yung pagdating sa 50-50, may aangat, may babagsak. Ganun talaga yung mangyayari.
Kapag hindi nagagamit ang isang wika, mamamatay ito.
Yep.
So, kailangan, pwede nating i-adapt yung Western languages, pero i-incorporate natin siya sa wikang Filipino. Kasi, through that, mas magiging mayabong yung wikang Filipino. Kaya, nakakasad lang kapag hindi na ginagamit yung wikang Filipino.
Kailangan mahalin mo yung sarili mong wika. Kahit na sabihin mo na second language yung English, hindi mo pa rin dapat ipagpalit yung sarili mong wika dahil ikaw ay tunay na Pilipino.
So there you have it. We filmed this interview in Manila, and we know that though it may not be an accurate representation of all of the Philippines, we hope that you learned something from this. What other topics would you like to see covered? Let us know in the comments. For more authentic insight into the latest news and cultural trends all around Asia, be sure to subscribe to Asian Boss.
Alrighty, so at this point I've seen quite a few videos from Asian Boss over the past few years, probably. They're always doing a cool job with the interviews. I mean, for me, obviously really cool to get a little bit more of an insight into Filipino culture, into the language. And I gotta say, when I was there, I had a feeling that almost everyone speaks English, but that's probably connected to the fact that the people that are more approachable or approach you, which happens a lot in the Philippines, they obviously speak better English. So I was actually surprised that some people struggle, but also, as obviously you're in front of the camera, so you're nervous, and you saw that like with this one guy before, I was like, oh, okay, he speaks Tagalog, then boom, he just shifts into English right away. And yeah, very interesting at this point, reminiscing to my time in Manila. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and next to that, I think I will be, let's say, whenever I feel like watching a few videos, just filming a reaction right away, having some fun, some entertainment, maybe also make it always a little bit, share a little bit of my perspective, things I maybe know from other cultures. Let's say when it comes to speaking different languages, there's this other video I wanted to watch where this guy speaks multiple languages. Maybe I can share a little bit of my experience of speaking multiple languages and make it not just entertainment, not just fun and jokes, but maybe also a little bit of education. We're gonna, let's say, God, no, I forget how to speak English. We're gonna smuggle it into these videos a little bit. And with that, I hope you enjoyed watching. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like that. If you haven't checked out my travel channel yet, my lifestyle, my vlog, Danny Got a World to See, check it out as well. Everything will be linked down below. And we're gonna see each other very soon.